Hello, my friends. Today's date is November the 27th. Happy Thanksgiving. This is a reading for you if this is your birth date or if this is an anniversary or a special occasion. But mostly, this is for a birth date reading. It's a four-card pull, a general energy card for the year, a challenge you might face this year, an action you can take to stay in balance, and an outcome or synopsis card. So, this is the general energy of the year is about the village. And what is the village about? The village is about, that place where we grew up, where everybody knew you, everybody knew about you. There were very little secrets. There, just a small contingency of people that were outside of the village. The village marks in a lot of ways the sense of insiders and outsiders. People outside the village were not necessarily so welcome into the village. It was often, set by standards of that particular civilization and society and family and clan and school and church and government right there, and so there isn't as much chance to be authentic in a lot of ways because there was a lot of just sticking with the rules, hanging in the boundaries, not a lot of room to explore yourself with some kind of sense of safety. Most often, and the village can also be that sense of great nurturing and love and compassion and truth, and where you find your lessons and where you grow your deepest beliefs, and where you honor yourself among people you love, and you learn how to deal with people you don't love so much. So the village is all about that. Oftentimes we have to leave the village in order to find ourselves. And at some point, we often come back to the village in order to see who we are against what we have gone through and against what we were taught in the very first time in the village. So the village is a marker of growth, and it's a marker of expansion. It could be a marker of contraction, where you can't get out of who you are and what you are, and you can't find a sense of yourself that allows you to be authentic, because the village quite often won't allow it, because they know what's going on and they know everything that's happening, and it's those small eyes kind of things. So vast and small. So, what is the challenge in particular for the Five of Swords for November the 27th? Well, it's the Five of Swords. This is your challenge for November the 27th, people. Five of Swords is often a sense of feeling shame or guilt. Swords is about guilt, and swords is about shame. It's recognition. Swords are words. Swords are beliefs. Swords are communications. Five of Swords is often about coming through a time when there has been a judgmental parent or a judgmental someone who's been in charge of you as a child, and you have felt like they've, pointed their finger at you and judged you harshly and put you in a corner and stuck you against the wall, and they're throwing shade at you, and the other parent in this, which is a woman, but it doesn't have to be a man or a woman, either one, she has her arms over her stomach protecting herself. There's not a sense of being able to defend the child. There's a sense of only being able to stand there and look and listen as someone admonishes another, and maybe they're being admonished as well, because when that finger comes out, it shakes in all directions, including back at the person that's giving it. So there's a lot of pain involved in this scenario. So somewhere in this year, there's a lot of pain, old memories of maybe childhood, old memories of maybe abuse, old memories of feeling like you weren't allowed to be truthful with who you were and what you were and what you did, and that has caused some pain in you, and of feeling unsupported, unwanted, unworkable, unavailable on some levels. Maybe if you've closed down, maybe you've become angry and resentful and pushed away. Maybe, there's all kinds of possibilities that could come out of this, but it's really dealing with the core issue of feeling like someone has a parental energy or an adult energy has pointed their finger at you, and we carry this along and we carry this along, and maybe we become that adult who then points our fingers at others, or maybe we become that adult that that doesn't like to share, that won't share themselves, and won't possibly give anything away because two extremes, because they are afraid of sharing, because they fear that they're going to be mocked or judged or hurt or dismissed. And it's a long line of healing that kind of trial and trauma. Most of us have to go through something like that. Most of us have parents that want us to be one way or another, family, society, church, whatever, and we feel shamed, and we feel a sense of guilt for maybe doing some of the things that we have done. But more than that, I think we feel shamed by it, and we don't want to sit in that shame. We don't want to hide ourselves anymore, and we don't want to react in that shame any longer. That's a lot of the work that we're going to do this year for November the 27th. So here is the action you can take. Well, it's the lynx. And the lynx is a secret holder. It's not the secret keeper. It doesn't keep secrets away. It holds secrets like the great Sphinx, they believe, was a lynx. And if you approach the Sphinx with the right question, the right riddle, then the Sphinx would answer your riddle. But you have to ask the right question. So this is a time where it's asking you to ask yourself or to ask another person the right question, and be willing to hear the truth from it, and maybe be willing to also hold that truth, especially if it's because someone else's truth and it might hurt them, or it might charge them, or it might give them pain. You might want to think about holding someone else's truth, or holding your own truth deep until it's time to let it go and be open. But you'll know when that is. And I think this is about unveiling and revealing old pains, old situations, old problems, old dilemmas that came from whatever was the growing dynamic that you, your parents, and the village that you grew up in came through. And we all have a sense of that in our souls. Maybe we are already have been abandoned a long time ago. Maybe we're fully immersed, but we're still not being authentic and true in ourselves. So what's hiding us away? This might be a chance to listen to someone else's pain, so you can grow deeper in a sense of compassion and love for someone else. And you might have to hold their secrets for them, because their secrets might be too difficult to reveal, as you have felt yours have been. And you get a chance to look at your own secrets this year. You get a chance to dive into your own pain as well, and say, is it time to look at this? Is it time to reveal this? Is it time to not be under the burden of this any longer? Is it time to face one of my accusers or my accusers? Is it time to just be authentic in myself and drop the charade of trying to hide things and be untruthful in one place and truthful in another place, and live this mixed polarity of pain? So this is a very profound year of learning how to heal yourself. And this is the outcome card of, oh, we're all in this stew together. We're all in this humanity stew together, and we're all learning some aspects of healing together. And this is all a human condition that we have, society and humanity has gone through forever. Somebody doesn't like what we do, so they make us wrong. Or we don't like what somebody else does, and we make them wrong. And it's about pointing blame and making judgment and creating diversion and division, when maybe just a sense of listening deeply, like the lynx, listening deeply and honoring someone else's pain might be the thing to do, or listening deeply and honoring your own pain might be the thing to do, and finding a way to know when it's time and ripe to share the painful things in a place that feels comfortable. Again, you might have to go away from the village. You might have to go away from the people that you know, in order for you to face some of your own worst fears, in order for you to bring out old secrets that you have hidden for a long time, that have colored your judgments. And then thereby to also develop compassion and listen to others who have secrets that they need to share, that they aren't ready to also toss out into the open, and they need a sense of nurturing. The nurturing that the mother in this picture didn't seem able to give. So you're called to be your own mother and father. You're called to be your own fair adult and loving adult and nurturing adult, and learn how to do that in the great macrocosm and microcosm of being. So breathe deeply. Allow yourself to cleanse whatever you can cleanse. Allow yourself to hold whatever needs to be held with trust and safety. Allow yourself to leave the village, and remember that at some point you will probably return to the village to see who you are against, what you have been doing to find yourself again. But this is a holy and sacred pursuit of humanity and yourself to find your truth and to live more freer in your being. Ahom Atakliasim.